Okay, hey guys, it's Natalie. I am going to show you guys how to make a mock-up box like this for your pre-order or Kickstarter, or just for advertising your work in progress around, so you can kind of show people what your idea will be looking like. So I'm using my iPad Pro with Procreate. You'll probably hear my son like talking and playing in the background. Sorry about that if you do. At least they're cute sounds. He was thinking about poop earlier, so at least you missed that. But I just wanted to show you guys how I did this. So this is what my finished product was, and I'm going to try to recreate this. So the first thing you want to do is put in your images. So I've got my Centennial deck in a tin because that's the kind of deck that I want, and then my image. So bring down the opacity so you can see the tin, and select your image and the Distort tool. Actually, let's do uniform first and get it right up on the edges. There we go. Perfect. Looks like edge to edge there. Okay. Although these look... Oh, no, I'm off. Okay, that's about right. So for the Distort tool, we're going to pull it down there, pull it up here. We're just matching it up with the deck, the example deck. Okay, it looks pretty lined up. Oh, I'm off here. This needs to go like that. Right there, yeah. Okay. So now we're going to erase the... Let me bring up my eraser a bit. Corners. And you can see when I raise the opacity, it's pretty good. So, the only thing I don't really like is that hard corner up here. So I think what I'm going to do is just bring out that a little more and give it a more rounder edge. A more round edge, I should say, excuse me. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to select the same color that's on the box, not draw on it, select it, there we go, and make a new layer. So for this layer, I'm going to take the same yellow, well, yeah. Let's drop the opacity down on this so I can see it when I use the same yellow. There we go. But I'm still in this layer and I'm going to use the yellow. Okay, so I cannot draw a straight line for the life of me. So luckily I have this tool. We're going to draw in the box. Oh, my screen just got darker. I don't know why. Okay. Now we'll fill that in. And then we want it to be a little bit darker than the front of the box because it's at an angle. So we'll do the hue, saturation, and brightness. We're going to set the brightness and just bring it down a little bit. So now when we have both images up, you can see the difference. Okay. So now we're going to take and do the highlights. So what we need to do is drop the opacity on this and the opacity on this. And we're going to select a new layer to do our highlights. Let's get this white. And we're going to use the airbrush. So for this top part, I'm just making it really small, airbrush. Oh, that's too small. Reverse, there we go. There we go. And we'll just straighten that out. Okay, and there's another light line here. Let me redo that line. And get it right up on the image. Right there. Okay. And then make it a little bigger for these highlights. Oops, that's too big. Okay. And then I see that there's a dark line around the outside of it. So let's look at it all together first. Okay, that's all the way up. That's all the way up. That's looking good. That's looking good. See how good it's looking already? Let's see. It looks like we're missing a little bit of white. You know what I want to do? Let's see. I was going to use a different brush, but let's stay with the airbrush and just make it... Oh, I forgot to make it smaller. Well, I might have to use a different pen because I don't remember what I had this set to. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so now let's look at what we did on the other one. Yeah, just that line on the outside. Oops. Okay, so we're gonna do another layer and take this color, but just darken it a little bit. That's probably too much, maybe like that. Get our, so this is this cartooning mono weight brush is what I like to use. I don't remember where I got it, but you could, I'll Google it if anybody wants it and find it for you guys. I downloaded it in, it didn't come with Procreate. But so we're on another layer now. And we're gonna take this, draw this in. There's dark there. Oops, let's do like that. Let's leave that part alone. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. So let's check. Looks like I just used some gray down at the bottom there because it looked like it definitely needed something. So let's do just like gray and just use that same layer to finish off the bottom. Actually, I think I used the airbrush. I don't think that's dark enough. There we go. That's not working. Let's use a different pen. All right. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so let's just check the tin here. See if we're missing anything. I don't think so. I think it looks pretty good. Let's just clean up this. And I'm going to do that by duplicating these layers because I want to keep them separate, but I also want to combine them for this move I'm about to make. So I'm going to combine these 3 layers. This part. So let me make sure I have the right brush. Yep. Oops, not drawing, erasing. And just going to, I think what I'm going to do is draw this out further. And then erase it on an angle. Okay, that looks pretty good. And let me fix that little nib I saw over here. Oh, that was on the other deck, okay. Okay. So there you can see, like, it obviously looks, I'm gonna fix one more thing here. It obviously looks drawn, but it does show people a good example of what your deck will look like. Oops. And in the other deck, I didn't use the airbrush for the white lines. I used the cartooning mono weight brush. So it looks a little different, but I think that I would use the airbrush for you guys. And there it is. I'll try not to make this video any longer than it needs to be. I'm going to upload this onto YouTube for you guys and put it in the Making Tarot group. If anybody sees this on YouTube that is not in our group, please check the description for information on our class that we're having coming up on deck creation, getting your deck made. They're going through the steps of the concept, the creation, the crowdfunding, the production, the sales, all of that. We're going to be going through all of that. So definitely check the description. Hopefully this is helpful to people, and I think, like, I'm not very good at this YouTube stuff, so hopefully I said everything I needed to. All right, have a good day, guys.